I think it's recording. I'll just check. Yeah, it's recording. So, hello. It's me again. It's Dan. I'm in this car park again. It's my office. So it's now at least late o'clock. It's probably, what, 1 in the morning? It is officially 25 to 1 in the morning. And I'm going to talk to you today because what happened today, in fact it happened at about 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock this morning. I was checking on my GetResponse account and I've got over 1,000 leads. I've got 1,000 subscribers in my on my GetResponse account, which means from using the Big Idea Mastermind, my landing page, I was talking the other day about the Bim Storm landing page, over 1,000 people have added their name, added their email address to that list, to that page, and I've captured all them leads, captured all those people from all over the world, people from every corner of the globe. I've got their details, got their emails, and I'm building up my list. You know, one of the best things you can do when you're doing internet marketing is building a list. You know, they'll tell you all the time, just build a list, because you can contact these people. You can, through GetResponse, you can send them, completely automated messages any time of day. You can send them. The people, you get your emails. People mostly, what they do, they open their emails at work, say in the morning. They get to work. First thing they do, look at their emails. A lot of people use their phones. It's funny because the marketing is going mobile. A lot of people now are going to be using mobile phones. Rather than sending somebody an email, which, at the end of the day, your email could end up halfway down your list, halfway down your inbox list. You might not even see it. I've got emails in my inbox that have not been opened for weeks because I look at them and I think, I'm not interested. I don't want to know about all this crap you get sent via email. But if you can start sending people text messages as well, that's a really good way. When you send somebody a text message, when you get a text, what do you do? First thing you do, you open it, you look at it. It just says text. It doesn't say who it's from or what it's about. You open it. Probably 99% of the time you get a text message, as long as your phone isn't on silent, obviously, and it goes beep beep beep. You open it and you look at it, and so that's a really good way of reaching your audience. But I got 1,000 lists, 1,000 email addresses, which now I can use as part of my marketing. Because if you look at GetResponse, my GetResponse account, it keeps going up. It's part of this SuperClicks traffic, SuperClicks co-op traffic that we've joined. Every single day, I need to just log on. Sorry. Every single day, my traffic numbers, they just. It's almost like they won't stop. They won't stop coming. They just keep coming all the time. It's brilliant. I'm just collecting all these leads. Do all my follow-ups. Obviously the original funnel in Big Idea Mastermind does follow-ups for you. It does. It sends out all these videos. But what you can do on top of that, you can message your team, message all the people that subscribe to your email, to your landing page. You can message either all of them all at once. You can message just some of them. You can message any amount of numbers in your list. From 1 to over 1,000. I've got over 1,000. Look, I don't know if you can see this. I just need to enlarge it because it's tiny on my phone. Let me see if I can get it any bigger. Should be able to. You can see that. 73 new subscribers. That was just yesterday up until midnight, obviously, because at midnight the whole thing resets. It goes back to 0. So obviously, if you look at today's, let me see what it says for today. I don't think there's any so far. There might be. No, 0. It's on 0 today, but 73 yesterday. And look at this. It's gone up even from earlier on tonight. I was looking earlier on, just before I came out, and it's gone up to, you can see that, 1,037. 1,037. Earlier on today, that was on like 1,000. So just in the last few hours, 37 more people have been looking at my BIMstorm landing page. Something's been clicking in their head. Something, you know, they've seen that landing page, that squeeze page or capture page, however you want to call it. It's all the same thing, and they've seen it and they've thought, yeah, let's see what all this is about, and let's put my email address down, because now I've captured all these leads. They're mine. These are people that nobody else has got these people's email addresses, just me. 1,037 people. I mean, I reckon at least, let me think, the Super Clicks Co-op started on Friday last week. So the first day by midnight I had 90. On Friday, on Saturday I had 128. On Sunday I think I had like 59, I think it was 59. On Monday, yesterday, I had, what was today now? It's Wednesday, yeah, Monday. Let me just check actually. Monday I had, yesterday, it was like 70 something again. It just keep getting these massive amounts of clicks. It's brilliant, you know, all these laser targeted clicks. I mean, the last 7 days, you can see the last 7 days on here. I need to just enlarge this again so you can see. There you go, 456. That's just this co-op, and it hasn't even started. It's only what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's like 4 days in. Yeah, just gone. Literally, today is the 5th day, and it's just past midnight. You know, so it's like wherever it is. Most of the people, most of the email addresses are coming from America, but you know, obviously it's their time. They're like 5 hours behind us, so it's not even. It's still Tuesday. It's still Tuesday evening. A lot of people are still, you know, people look at their emails all times a day. All times. But you know, I've got all these email addresses, and that's my personal list. So I can just send follow-ups. I can contact these people whenever I like, and I can send them value and content. You know, because people don't want to be bombarded with nonsense all the time. They don't want to be bombarded. I'm on quite a few marketers' lists. As probably most people are. You know, if you're on my list, you know, I'm on Vic's list, I'm on Dave Wood and Dave Sharp's list. You know, I'm on Paolo's list as well. There's loads of different lists, loads of different marketers, because people, you're trying to find out what other people are doing, how they're doing it. And the best thing to do is, well, look what they're doing. And if you get that email and you just, you know, glance at it, delete it, then don't do that. Do something that people are going to benefit from. You know, send them stuff that they're going to actually use or, you know, like to read. Send them anything. Whether it's information about Big Idea Mastermind. It's all these people, these 1,037 people, they've never heard of Big Idea Mastermind. A lot of people saying, oh, it's getting saturated now, you know, Empower Network's getting saturated, because with Empower Network, there's like, what was it, 150,000 people? Maybe, I don't know, getting up to 200,000 people that have got involved with this, have already signed up. But Big Idea Mastermind is part of that. It's a separate kind of, you know, it's the engine. Empire Network is the vehicle, you know, the thing that everyone's joined. Big Idea Mastermind is just Vic Streishaus. He was just like a regular member of Empower Network, just a regular guy who signed up to Empower Network. He absolutely smashed it. He's like the highest earner of all time in the company. You know, he's beaten the people that are running the company. It's unbelievable, and he's like just started through him getting all this money, this 710 grand in 28 days. He just started this Big Idea Mastermind. It's just him. He's the brains behind it all. So, you know, we're promoting Big Idea Mastermind. You know, we have Empower Network capture pages and sales pages and stuff. But I mean, I'm personally, I'm not using them. I'm using the Big Idea Mastermind capture pages, and you know, the BIMstorm one in particular, because it works. It works, you know, 1,037 people, I think, pretty much from the start, since I joined. That's the only page I've used, you know. For a little while I used the Insider Secrets landing page, but BIMstorm is the one. So I've got all these leads, and they're mine. All these email addresses, you know. Get my list together, get some good emails, some good content, send them good value. You know, you can send them attachments of anything. I've got all these different PDFs, all these different files, of all kinds of things, you know, stuff about SEO, stuff about, you know, just like stuff about beginner's guide to marketing, all kinds of stuff. You know, I've got different ways of getting traffic. I can send them videos I can send people videos, so so I can actually see that I'm a real person. A lot of people get these when you're on other people's lists and they get emails. I mean, I don't read all of them. I read quite a few, but I don't read all of them. And a lot of the time, it's just text. It's just pages and pages. You've got to scroll through all the time. It's just text. There might be a link at the bottom, and it's just like, I haven't got time to read all of that. Hundreds of thousands of words. It's like books, pages and pages of stuff and of text, and you have to just think outside the box. What do these people want? What are most people who subscribe? And they subscribe to my list. They've added their email address. Obviously, the funnel takes care of it with the selling and the videos. But you can also then, you can just tell them about yourself. Tell them who you are, because obviously there's all these different people in Big Idea Mastermind, and they're all sending people their capture page. They're all sending out their URL so people can join up with them. Because obviously, the Empire Network is 100% commissions. It's 100% commissions, isn't it? There's not many companies in the world for selling when you get 100% commissions. They have obviously like a pass-up stage. The way that the whole plan works is like, if I can get this right, it's your second, fourth, sixth, and every fifth you pass up to your sponsor, and everything else is yours. 100% commissions, 100%. The first person that you get, if they want to go all in, because let's face it, all the sales videos, they just upsell. They're just upselling all the time. They make people want to join. They make people want to join at the top level, because at the top level, that's where you get all the advantages. Not only for the financial side of it, because I think £3,042 a sale per sale, every single time somebody joins all in, that's yours, 100%. You don't giving any of it to anyone else. Obviously your second sale will go up to your sponsor, your third one's yours, your fourth sale will go up to your sponsor, and your fifth and your sixth, but everything else, your seventh, eighth, ninth, your 10th will go up to your sponsor, then your 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, they're yours, your 15th go up to your sponsor, your 16th, 17th, and it just goes on every fifth, and then from like your 10th, your 15th, your 20th, your 25th, your 30th, everything else is yours. Everything else is yours, which is fantastic, because it's just a phenomenal way of making money. With 1,037 people in my list, the possibilities. The sales funnel since the Super Clicks Carp started, the sales funnel is still in action. It'll still take, I think obviously the leads I captured on the 90 leads that I got on Friday, that sales funnel will end on Saturday. It's an eight-day sale from start to finish. And obviously, so it carries on for 7 days. The clicks are coming in for 7 days. So I've had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But then, even from today and yesterday, it'll still take 8 days. So from the first 90 people, the first 90 clicks that I got on Friday, by Saturday, this coming Saturday, I will know how they've converted, because that's when the funnel ends, and that's when you get sent, all these people that will get sent the videos, every couple of days, you get sent a video, but on 8 days later you get your sales video, and the sales video is some powerful stuff, really, really powerful stuff. You've got Vic in his little office with his MacBook Pro open up, and he goes through the entire system with you. He goes through absolutely everything that you can get. Once you join up, all the stuff in Empower Network, everything that Empower Network offering, that's what he explains all of it to you. Actually, he tells you about Empower Network and who the vehicle is that we're using. And Empower Network for 100% commissions, it's unbelievable. It's ace. How where else can you earn 100% commissions? Most selling jobs in the world, you don't get 100% commissions. It's unbelievable. I'm so excited about the funnel. When the funnel ends, when the funnel finishes it'll start finishing on Saturday for last Friday's subscribers. So obviously the clicks should, I think, all being well, they will finish coming in on this Friday coming. So obviously today is now Wednesday. I've got all of Wednesday, all of Thursday, and all of Friday. So then by the following, week on Saturday, I'll have had all the conversions from this Saturday coming. It'll take another week for the people that have joined on Friday, and they're all laser targeted. They're all laser targeting. They're all looking, all these people that have joined in this co-op, they're all looking to make money online. Just like I am, just like everyone else is. Everyone else that's joined Big Idea Mastermind and all these things, because let's face it, you're not going to make this amount of money doing anything else. You're not going to make $3,000 a sale working in a shop, or working in an office, or doing, being a courier, or what I did, or anything else. You're not going to make that amount of money. So people are looking for alternative ways to make income, because people are getting laid off or made redundant left, right, and centre. All the time. Companies are closing down. Things are just going down the toilet. So if you can make money, you only need an internet connection. And let's face it, everyone's got one of those, pretty much. Unless you live in Cambridge. Joking. But with the Big Idea Mastermind, it takes just 8 days. If you want, you can send your funnel, send your sales page. A lot of people have done, or you can also make your own capture page, which quite a lot of people have done as well. I mean, I'm not familiar with all the software and all the kind of different ways that you can develop your own capture page at the moment. I'm going to learn about that, because I'd like to see if you can get capture pages that convert better than BIMstorm. But a lot of people, pretty much all the people, the top level leaders in Big Idea Mastermind are saying BIMstorm's the one. You don't need your own capture page. And you got to position yourself. I position myself as diamond, as you know. And it's ridiculous, the amount of money that I'm making, and the amount of money that is coming through. $3,000 a sale. Think about $3,000 a sale, man. If you think about success, honestly, it'll come to you. It's only a matter of time. The 8-day funnel. It's just a matter of time. If you can just hang loose for 8 days. Obviously, you've got traffic coming in 8 days, and you can do all the other methods for traffic as well. Personally, I'm buying solo ads, because it's working. Everyone's got their own little source. You've got to dig your own well, as Vic says. Dig your own well. Not everything will work the same for every person, because different people are doing it slightly differently. Some people are using Facebook. Some people are using PPC. Some people are using classifieds. When I first started, I've made like some little posters, and I was sticking them on trees. I was actually sticking them on trees, the little posters with a website and little tabs along the bottom, little tiny things that you rip off. I was sticking them up on trees. It was funny. It was like, I'll try anything. I'll try any methods possible. And who sticks things on trees? You ask any internet marketer, there's your first clue, internet. You're not called a tree marketer, but I was like, I'm going to try it, because what I've got to lose? I've got nothing to lose. There's no competition. Nobody goes around sticking posters on trees. But I thought, I did, because I thought, I wonder if it'll work. And if you walk past, you put your advert on the tree one day, you walk past, the next day, and some of the tabs have been ripped off. So people are looking at it and going, that sounds interesting. And I think I might even try it again. I might even take the BIMstorm landing page, get a screenshot of it, print it out, and put my website on the bottom as well, so that people can see that. Because if it works on a screen, then in theory, it'll work on a tree. It might not, but I'm pretty sure that it will, because it's there's a psychology behind it. What are the words that they're using, and the font, and the colour, even the size and the spacing of the letters. I mean, the page is just a white page. It's just a white page with black text, and some of the words, the keywords, are in red, so they obviously just stand out more. But I mean, if that works on a screen, what's the difference between looking at that exact same thing on a screen and looking at that exact same thing? Even put the same thing in a just make a poster of it and put it in a, see if you can advertise it in a magazine. Or just make loads of flyers and just go and give them out. Just go and give them out. I mean, most places, most towns have got little notice boards, or places you can just go and stick stuff. Make flyers. How many flyers can you give out? You get printed up for dirt cheap in most places. 1,000 flyers. Look at me. I'm in a car park. I've come down this car park in the daytime with 1,000 flyers, one under everyone's windscreen wipers. That's 1,000 cars, that's 1,000 potential leads, and you know what? I just had that idea now. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to get some printouts of the BIMstorm landing page. Put obviously people can't write their email address on a sheet of paper and press enter, but put my website on there, so they click on it and go, oh yeah, look, that's the same thing as this. That's the same image. That's the same page as a flyer. So that that connection will come through. And so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's a great idea. Well done, Dan. That was cool. I'm going to do that tomorrow. and find out some good printing companies in Cambridge. Obviously, had I still worked with Paolo at the printing office in London, I could have got them all done for free, but you know, sod's law. But I'm going to get that done, and you know, you have to visualize. You have an idea, and you got to visualize it. You know what? It's funny this, because you have to think yourself as being a winner. I spoke about this the other day, and it's quite amusing because a couple of years ago, true story this, I saw an advert in the paper to be a contestant on The Weakest Link. I don't know if you know that quiz show, The Weakest Link, you know, with Anne Robinson, you know, you want the weakest link, goodbye. And I thought that'd be funny because I've watched that. It's really, really popular in Great Britain, and I think in America too. It went over there, and you know, the Queen of Mean, Anne Robinson, the Queen of Mean. I thought that'd be really funny to be on that. And in England, the whole the series was finishing. They were looking for contestants for the last few ever episodes of the program. So I applied because suddenly, as soon as I saw that advert in the paper, I kind of had an image of how it would be, you know, visualising myself sort of being on The Weakest Link. Really funny. I was actually on The Real Hustle a few years before that. You know, as I got scammed. It's The Real Hustle. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a program where they scam people for real. Obviously, they don't tell you you're going to be scammed. They set up a scenario, and they scam you for real. And you know, it's all hidden cameras, and you think you're being like genuinely robbed or fleeced or anything or scammed. And I was in a hotel. They actually booked me into a hotel. They told me that we're gonna film a documentary about travel. I'd applied. When I applied, obviously they don't tell you, oh yeah, we weren't looking for people to be on The Real Hustle, obviously, because that'll give the game away. They tell people they're looking for, well, in my case, they told me I was looking for people to be on a travel documentary. I thought, oh, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty good. You know, you might even get a free holiday out of it or something. But you know, so I applied for that, and when I filled out my application form, they ask you for all these different programs. It's the TV company. Sorry, I've got to rest my arm. I'm getting arm ache again. The TV company that make The Real Hustle, obviously they've written down this big long list of TV programs saying, which ones of these have you seen? And obviously, because it was on a certain channel, which I didn't actually get at the time, this is going back about 5 or 6 years, I wasn't actually subscribed to that particular cable channel at the time. So I hadn't seen it. So I didn't tick the box. And obviously they take these papers and go, got ya. So I get booked into a hotel, and they film me walking into the hotel. They film me checking in at the reception, and they say, oh yeah, just obviously there's your room. You get a free. It's like a 5-star hotel in central London, proper nice in the city of London. Really nice 5-star, you know, hotel you can stay at for free just for participating in the program that you think is about travel. So we went to the hotel, and they say, oh, what would you do? We're going to take you out for a meal, and we'll film you talking about stuff, and we want you to leave all your stuff in the hotel, all your passport, your keys, your wallet, your phone, everything, all your valuables, leave it in the safe. And basically the scam was, I got robbed. That was the scam. So when I got back to my hotel in the evening, the door was open, the door had been locked, because they swapped, you know, those little credit cards like that you swipe down the door and put it in to make your lights come on. They give you one of those, and they send up a guy. Funnily enough, they send up one of the presenters, obviously because I hadn't seen the program on telly. I didn't know it was him. He comes up in a boiler suit saying, I'm one of the repairmen, we've got a leak in this room, can we just have a quick check? So he walks around the room, and then I just need to take the thing out the light switch, take the little, the credit card out of the light switch, and he swaps it for another one. So there's the first setup of the scam. Obviously I didn't know any of this was going on because I was being scammed. So come back to the hotel in the evening, everything's been nicked. Everything, luggage, honestly, everything was nicked. It turns out, obviously, you get it all back. Obviously, it's a program about being conned. So I was on a real hustle. So going back to being on The Weakest Link. So I applied for The Weakest Link, and had an audition. I didn't actually hear anything at first. I just, emailed off an application form. I didn't hear anything for maybe a month or two, possibly even more. And it took ages, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, one day, I got an email from the BBC saying, congratulations, you've been chosen for an audition for The Weakest Link. And I was like, that's cool, man, that's wicked, that's so funny. I'd almost forgotten about it, funnily enough, because it's been so long since I applied. So BBC television centres in White City in London. So you go up to White City, you know, for your audition. There's loads of other people that have come for the audition as well, and they take you into a little tiny room, down some loads of corridors of the BBC. Sit you in a room, there's like 15 of you, like just like on the TV programme. There's like 15 contestants, and they do like a mock-up of the show. You know, they ask you all questions, and you have to go blank, or you get your question wrong, and then you have to vote people off, just exactly like it is on the show, but obviously not on the set. So and then they take you in another room, and they film you. They just talk to you on camera, just like this, but they film you to see how you're going to look on camera. And obviously some people are a bit nervous and some people aren't, but I wasn't that nervous because I've been on telly before. So I just sat there, talk about any old nonsense. You know, they ask you a few questions about what you do and who you are and all that kind of stuff. And it took at least another month after that. And again, I'd almost forgotten. I thought, they probably haven't chosen me. And then out of the blue again, I got another letter. I got another email from the BBC. Actually, I think it was a letter. I actually got a letter in the post, and it said, "You've been chosen to appear on the very last ever episode of The Weakest Link." And I was like, yeah, this is wicked, this is absolutely fantastic. You know, the very last episode. I mean, this programme's been running for years and years in England, and probably, in America and all these countries where it goes to, it's been running, it's a really popular thing. You know, Anne Robinson has been on TV in the UK for 20 years at least, and The Weakest Link's been running for at least 10. And it's great. It's prime time TV. It's kind of like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. It's a proper audience of millions. So I was really excited to be going up to to be going on the very, very, very last episode, the last ever edition. And then it's filmed up in Glasgow, up in Scotland, and they fly you up. Because I lived in London at the time. They said, "Oh, we can fly you up to Glasgow from London." I was like, "Oh, cool, man! Get to go on a plane, wicked." Went up to Glasgow. It's really snowing. It's like, I think it was filmed it was filmed in December. It was filmed 3 days before my birthday, and so we went up there the night before, stayed in this hotel. It's a big old hotel, really nice actually, really nice hotel, and it was filmed in BBC Scotland up in Glasgow. There's a massive, really modern building called the Armadillo. You might have heard it if you Google it. The Armadillo in Glasgow. It's this big glass building, and it's right next door to that BBC Scotland, and that's where they filmed it. And it's interesting because obviously a lot of the people that go on The Weakest Link, they put them up in this hotel. And when I got there, you could hear people talking about it. They've obviously been on that day's recording, because they record quite a few episodes in the same day. And you're just sort of chilling out in a hotel in reception and getting food or at the bar. You can hear people talking about that day's recording and who won and what the questions were like and all this kind of stuff. And I was getting excited. I was thinking, wow, I can't wait for tomorrow to be on it, to go on the set and meet Anne Robinson and all this sort of stuff. And this is a true story, because in the morning, you know what, I'd actually been, my girlfriend had said she'd been to the library and bought out some quiz books, some pub quiz books from the library. Said, you know what, when you're travelling up to Scotland from London, it's going to take you a few hours, and a few days before, read these quiz books. Just read them. Just lists and lists of questions with all the answers at the back. Just read them, and I did, and I read them. I read pages and pages and pages, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of questions, just random general knowledge questions. I read loads and loads and loads of them, and I looked at all the answers, obviously. Some of them I knew the answers to already, but they obviously, page 1, 50 questions, answers at the back. For some reason, there's one question in particular that stood out. I was reading it in this book, and it said something about the surface of the moon. It's talking about the name of the surface of the moon, and there's a part of the surface of the moon. It's called the Sea of Tranquility. I didn't know that, but when I for some reason, when I looked at it in the answers, that specific question, the Sea of Tranquility, and this area of the surface of the moon, for some reason that just locked in my brain. You read 1,000 questions, you're not going to remember every single one of them, but for some bizarre reason, that one question stuck in my head, which is why I know about it now still, because I remember it. I couldn't tell you the answers to many of the other questions that I've been reading, but that one particular question, I don't know why. Lo and behold, during the recording, I get asked the very same question. Of all the questions to be asked in the world about anything Why on earth did they ask me that one particular question about the surface of the moon? I was like, I know this. I absolutely know what this is. And I got it right, obviously. But the morning of the recording, before we actually went into the studio itself in the BBC building, I walked around by myself. It was quite cold, actually, because it had been snowing. And I walked around all by myself. I see all other people mingling in the hotel, talking about, oh yeah, it's going to be great, I'm going to win, blah, blah, blah. And I walked around. You know what I did? I walked around probably like for at least half an hour by myself. And I visualised myself winning. I had this thought in my head, and I thought, you know what, I'm not like, I wonder what it's going to be like to win. I thought to myself, I'm going to win. I absolutely said to myself in my head, I'm going to win this. I said, Dan, you're going to win. You know, you talk to yourself, Dan, you're going to win, you're going to win, you're going to win. And there was no doubt in my mind about any of it. I thought, I'm going to win. It's the last ever episode ever to be filmed and shown on BBC TV in the UK. And I said to myself, I'm going to win. I'm absolutely going to win. I just walked around the whole outside of the BBC building, telling myself I'm going to win. And I visualised myself on the set. Obviously, I'd never seen the set for real at the time. I'd just seen it on TV. And I visualised myself standing at my little podium sort of thing, you know, with your name on. And I visualised myself winning. And I visualised Anne Robinson saying, "You are the weakest link, goodbye," to every other contestant, but not to me. Because when you win, they don't say, "You're the weakest link, goodbye," because you're not the weakest link, you're the strongest link. And they tell the other person, you know, they go, oh, blah, 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 Dan, you are today's strongest link. Because it turns out I won. I've had this vision in my head, I put this thought in my brain about winning. Lo and behold, I won. I told you, it works. You put something in your brain, you put a thought in your head, and you convince yourself. You convince your brain that it's true. You absolutely convince your brain that it's true, and it happens. Something, you know, why on earth would that one question that I remembered from a book that I read on the plane coming up to Scotland, why on earth would that one question be asked? What are the chances of that happening? You know, what are the chances of that happening? The one question that I saw in a book, and the one question that I remembered, specifically remembered, like, I never knew that. That's, wow, sea of tranquility. I mean, you might know that already. I didn't. You know, general knowledge, I'm not bad at it, not brilliant, but that one question, for some reason, is stuck in my brain. And so, you know, it transpired that I won. I won the weakest link. I won the last ever weakest link, which is absolutely brilliant. And it was on YouTube. I'm trying to find a copy of it on YouTube, but it's been deleted by the BBC. I think whether it's a certain age, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try, because I've just moved house. I've got it on DVD actually. They send you a DVD of the recording. But it's funny because, you know, on the set, obviously you meet everyone beforehand. You don't actually meet Anne Robinson until she walks on the set, and then the show starts. There's sort of, you know, the studio manager will go through, you know, right, when it's your turn, look into the camera, and, you know, let's just say it's NATO. NATO stands for name, age, town, occupation. So that's the order of what you have to introduce yourself at when it comes at the start of the programme, you know. I'm Dan, I'm 37, I was at the time, I'm not now. I'm from London, I'm a drummer. That was my introduction. And it's funny because Anne Robinson, she goes, you know, as the TV programme goes on, as it progresses, she comes up to me and goes, Dan, so you're a drummer. Are you into Phil Collins or? And I went, no, you know what? Animal from the Muppets is my hero. He's absolutely my hero. That's how I wanted to become a drummer. Him and Woody from Madness, if you're watching. But Animal from the Muppets is my absolute drumming idol. And so she made me do air drumming, and you know, on the set of The Weakest Link, I did air drumming. You know, it was wicked because obviously this is getting seen by millions of people in England, millions of people, especially the last ever Weakest Link. Millions and millions and millions of people are going to watch that. And it's funny because I took a t-shirt especially made of my band. I thought I'm going to get some plug-in and I'm going to get some promotion of my band on TV, on national TV. So I had this t-shirt made with a big, you know, Big Ten logo, the name of the band, Big Ten. And they wouldn't let me wear it. They wouldn't let me wear it. They said it's advertising. You're not allowed to advertise. I was like, blowing that opportunity. But so yeah. Anyway, that's irrelevant. You know, I went on the Weakest Link and I won. It got down to sudden death. If you ever watched the Weakest Link, it got to sudden death. There's me and one other guy, right? And it's down to the last 5 questions. I was thinking, it's it's 50-50. One of us is it was like £1,870. I've still got a framed copy of the cheque. You know, when I took the cheque into the bank, I just paid it in, and it, you know, didn't think anything of it. I said, "Look at that cheque," and the woman went, "You what?" I said, "Look at that cheque. Have a look at who it's from." And she read it. It said the BBC Weakest Link, and she went, "Really?" She went, "Really? You won this?" I was like, "Yeah, I won it on the last ever edition of the Weakest Link." She was like amazed. I was like, "It's true. Look, there's the proof. There's a cheque. Why else would I have a cheque from the BBC for £1,870?" Which is not a bad amount of money for just answering a few questions, you know. It's just, I think it's probably got asked in total about 30 questions. But, you know, I won. I can't believe that I won. You know, somebody had to win. There's 15 of you. You know, someone's got to win. And it was me. And I was really convinced that it was because I visualised it in my head. I walked around that building in the morning before the recording, and I said to myself, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm absolutely going to win this. I'm going to win it. So clearly was I convinced that I was going to win. And, you know, and I did. How do you explain that? If I hadn't walked around in the morning and said, I probably won't do very well, blah, 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 I probably wouldn't have done very well. I probably might have got voted off first. It turns out I didn't. I think I watched it back, right, and the entire programme of all the people and all the questions and all the rounds that you have, I only had 3 votes on the whole programme. 3 votes. I mean, how many questions? There must be at least 10, or there's 15 people. So that's 14 rounds. There's 14 rounds of questions. So obviously there's 15 people in the first. I mean, it's funny, I was the last person to be asked a question. It started with the person to my left, and it went that way around. It went clockwise. So you know, the first round, I got the £1,000 question. I was like, no pressure. I was like, my God, if I get this wrong, I'm voted off immediately. Luckily, I got it right. So immediately, I banked £1,000 in the first round, and that kind of must have sunk into people. Like, oh, this guy just banked £1,000. He's a strong player. That's how I saw it anyway, because you know, it went round. Just like I said, 3 people in the entire programme voted for me. And that's cool. That's really good. 3 people of all the different, you know, there's, 15 people vote the first time, 14 people vote the second, 13 people vote the next, 12 the next, 11. It goes down and down and down until there's 2 of you left. So all those rounds, all those votes, I mean, it must be well over 100 votes cast, well over, 150 votes, I reckon, if you count every single vote. I got 3. Which is wicked. It's great. It's like a claim to fame. I won the Weakest Link. I won the last ever Weakest Link, which is cool. I put that on Facebook a couple of years ago, and the amount of comments I got, it was wicked. I was like, yeah, man, I was on the Weakest Link. It's so funny. I got these photographs. So I took still pictures of the telly. You know, I didn't have I watched it on a big screen TV, and actually took pictures with this very camera. I took pictures of the screen, and I put them on Facebook as a photo album. And it's great, you know. So visualize yourself winning, and trust me, it will come true. It will come true, honestly. You just have to visualize it. Just picture yourself winning. That's all you got to do. Picture yourself winning. You know, all the stuff in Big Idea Mastermind about your mindset that they teach you about. You know, they don't teach about it for the goodness of their own art. They teach you about it because it's true. They teach you about this stuff because it works. It absolutely works. And I can't stress it enough. You know, it works. It works. This is a true story, and it absolutely works. If you see yourself as a winner, you'll win. It's obvious. You know, if you see yourself as a loser, you'll lose. You know, that's quite clearly common sense, surely. You know, so if you're a winner, if you've got a positive attitude, positive mental attitude, and you always want to be successful, if you can imagine yourself being successful all your life, if you visualize yourself already as being a winner, or being successful, or being financially free to do anything you want, whenever you like, at all times of your life, for the rest of time, if you want to make 100% commissions on everything that you sell by joining up at Diamond, then get involved with the Big Idea Mastermind. It's going to be huge. I mean, it's huge already, but it's going global. It's going to be huge. Once it goes mobile as well, my gosh. Mobile, global, I mean, you know, that's 2 major things that are going to, once that goes into place, once it goes mobile, we've already got kind of text messages, you know, we get sent texts, they have like live webinars, it's Tuesday night and at 2 o'clock in the morning, Actually, better check what time it is in case I don't miss it. But I'm stay up. It's now 1:15 in the morning. So in 45 minutes, 2 a.m. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a great name for a song. But it starts at 9 p.m., which is 2 o'clock in the morning in England, and that doesn't bother me staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. You know, I'm a musician. I'm a drummer in a band, and most weekends I'm up till at least 3 or 4 o'clock, doing gigs, packing up the drum kit after the gig, driving back from the gig. You know, most regular nights of the week, most regular weekends, I'm up till. Most people in the world are up till 3 or 4 o'clock on a Saturday night. You know, let's be honest. It doesn't really bother me. Staying up all night doesn't bother me because I'm unemployed. So I'm not like I've got to get up at 9 o'clock and go to work, which is cool because doing this, I can stay up, watch all these live webinars. You know, webinar, it's like a seminar on the internet, on the web, if you didn't know that. So, you know, and they're live. And even though they get recorded and they're put on Big Idea Mastermind's website a few days later, it's always good to watch it live because you've got the chat. You've got, like on Facebook, you know, you can do live chat, but there's like 1,000 people doing it, and you can just chat all these people that you've got to know by joining up on Facebook. And you know, there's certain people, and you see their name going past, and you go, "Oh, hello, mate," and they go, "Hello, back," and it's seen by loads of people, and it's really cool. It's really cool. It's funny. A couple of weeks ago, somebody was looking for a ticket for the Empower Network UK event, the first ever one in London. And I had a link for the to buy a ticket. One guy, because it's sold out. You see, the Empire Network event in the UK sold out really quick, and I knew that I had a link from Paolo Barroso. I had a link from him to get a ticket, and I didn't realise that you weren't allowed to put links on the webinar. So I just in the chat box. So I sent a copy and paste this link. And went, bang, here you go, send it to a guy called Hitesh Patel, who's looking for a ticket because it's sold out. And at that split second, when obviously there's thousands of people chatting all the time, your message doesn't automatically go immediately after you press enter. So Vic is in his office doing his, you know, getting prepared for the webinar when it starts. Sometimes he looks away from the screen, sometimes he reads comments, because everyone's like, "Hello Vic, and how are you doing, Vic, and good to see you," and "Hello Bob," or "Hello Frank," or "Hello John," whoever it is from all over the world. And at the split second that my link went up on the screen, he went, "Hey, no links, no links." And he said, "Dan." He goes, "Dan, no links." I was like, "No, don't be cross, be happy, Vic. Vic Stricehouse." He just clocked me. He just recognised me. He read my name out in front of 1,000 people. I was like, "This is fantastic." It's fantastic. It's funny because Paolo was on there. I went, "Oh, sorry," and Paolo just wrote newbie. He's like newbie, and there's all this message from Paolo going up the screen, and I was laughing. I was like, "Oh, I hope I've not got in trouble." He's like, "No, it's not at all. It's funny because, you know, Vic read out my name on a live webinar," which is cool. I think that's fantastic. I thought it was really funny, actually. I was really pleased that, you know, the guy that is doing Big Idea Mastermind has started it all and has been making millions and millions of dollars. You know, he's on $1 million a month, and he read out my name on a live webinar to thousands of people all around the world, and that was great. Even if I was getting told off, that's a spider there, can you see that? Probably can't, there he is. Caution, look left. Anyway, so, Big Idea Mastermind, get involved, click on a link below, it's www.dansbigidea.com. Okay, there's a link there. Get on Facebook as well. Everyone's in the world is on Facebook these days. You know, if you're not on Facebook, where are you? Facebook.com. It'll be that way. Facebook.com/Dan's Big Idea. And if you want to check out our band, I'm going to plug our band on every video, because why not? Get likes. You get likes from all around the world. You know, I put a link to our website, our band's website, on the last video, and like loads and loads of likes coming from all over the world. It's like, my manager would say, "Where are all these people coming from?" There's people from like all these bizarre countries all around the world liking our band. I went, "That's thanks to me, you know. It's thanks to me." Share the love, man. You know, everybody loves a bit of ska. You know, everybody does. If you don't like ska, then where have you been? You know, funny enough, I did a gig the other night, and this woman went, "What music do you play?" I went, "It's ska." And she went, "What's that?" And I was like, "What? What do you mean, what's that? What?" I said, "Have you heard of the Specials?" You know what she said? She said, "No." I was like, how could you not have heard of the Specials? You know, the Specials, Jerry Dammer's two-tone, is what started in England, the British two-tone movement. It started by him, started by the Specials, and she's never heard of him. So you've never heard of Madness? She went, no. Obviously, that's her. She's from Norwich. What can you do? So, the link to my band's website is www.big10ska.com, big10ska.com, or link up on Facebook with the band as well. It's facebook.com/big10ska, big10ska. Press the like button. Want to see how many likes we can get between now and the next gig. The next gig's in a couple of weeks' time. See how many likes. We can get 100 likes, man. It'd be absolutely amazing. People from all over the world are going to be, you know, finding out about our music because of my videos, and it's cool. You know, get involved with Big Idea. It's Big Idea and Big 10. You know, and I'm big. It's great. Everything's big. It's just wicked. You know, you have a big idea in your head about doing something. Put it in your head. Get involved. Big Idea Mastermind. dansbigidea.com. That's where you want to go. dansbigidea.com. Click the link below, get involved, like our band, have a look. I'll write it down underneath, I'll type it in the description box underneath. Did you hear the difference of the echo then? So, that's what it's going to be. Thanks for watching. I hope I haven't bored you too much, you know. I just wanted to tell you stuff about visualizing, because it works. It really works. I'm not lying, I'm not just making this stuff up, it's true. You know, I actually was on the very last episode of The Weakest Link, and I actually did win. I did. I'm not lying, and it's because I visualised it. I've visualised myself winning, and that's why I won. I'm convinced. There's no other explanation. Why did I win? There's 14 other people that took part in that episode, and any one of them could have won, but they didn't. I did. So, it's true. Visualise success, visualise winning, visualise yourself achieving your ultimate goal. That wasn't my ultimate goal, but to win a programme and win money, it was great. You know, that money's long been spent now, but you know, paid for 2 really nice holidays actually. So if you're watching it at Robinson, thanks very much. So click on the link, you know what I'm about to say. Click on the link, www.dansbigidea.com, and just as the car goes past, that is my cue to say goodbye. And I'll see you all same time, same channel, same place on the next video. See you later.